What's up, guys? This is Game of Bros. I'm Corey the Stooks. We're introducing our newest member today, Tyler. He's going to be joining us on some episodes coming forward, and
what a great episode to come on, Tyler. It's awesome.
Picked an awesome episode to start off with.
Go ahead and tell us a little bit about yourself. Tell our fans.
Yeah, I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to discuss Game of Thrones. This is a great TV show, one of the best I've ever seen. I love the history of it. I love everything. This is a great episode. I'm excited to join and discuss.
Great, well, we're happy to have you. Real quick, I'm going to give a shout out to the Lore Maester. He has a great video on Melisandre. Go check it out. Check out his YouTube channel. He has a whole bunch on there. And Lore Maester, thank you for everything. And just keep on liking and subscribing. I appreciate it. Go ahead and start us off, Corey.
The scene we want to intro with this week is the Daenerys sequence. An awesome sequence in the Dosh Khaleen where she takes control of the situation. It's no more... we're going somewhere now, finally.
That girl is on fire. Huh?
That girl is most definitely on fire. She killed all the Cowls, and I think her army has just gotten significantly bigger.
I'm actually very happy that she did what she did. Very strategic, because you had, the people coming to save her, and she said, no, I have it, let me do it my way, and it'll work out perfect. And I just loved how she did it, and she did it the same way she did it in Season 1. It was just as awesome, but...
She, has amazing sequences, I feel like.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, she's definitely one of the stronger characters. Definitely one of the main characters of the show. She's powerful, and she just gets better and better as time goes on. You think this, she's reached the limit.
Yeah.
With the Unsullied. Now she's got the the power of the Dosh Khaleen power. Yeah. So it's pretty awesome.
I just think for being as little as she is, she's just such a strong and powerful woman. Which is great about Game of Thrones is mostly it's always a dominant show with men, but this is not. Even the women have the best parts in here.
It's not just about her taking action. She's showing us the mental prowess. That was a plan that she developed on her own. She executed it to perfection, and it was just an amazing sequence to behold.
She's definitely showing all the men up in the Game of Thrones world with just a powerful female figure anyone can look up to, honestly.
Yeah, exactly. And she looks amazing when she's undressed.
I can agree.
Not gonna deny that one.
And the next scene we want to go to was actually one of my favorite scenes of the episode. We finally got the Jon Sansa reunion that we've all been waiting for. And the great thing about this whole sequence, the future is bright, the Starks are back together, and it's going to be exciting to see how they progress going forward and what they're going to do.
Thank God, right? Did you not jump for joy whenever you saw they held each other and you were just like, it's finally happened. It did it. I was so happy that they came back, and it's just awesome.
I am looking forward to seeing them getting revenge. I'm looking forward to seeing them take on Ramsay, saving their brother Rickon, retaking Winterfell. I just feel like this is a major revenge season for the Starks. It's going to be exciting to see what they do going forward.
Yeah, me too. I mean, it's just crazy how she said she changed his mind pretty much about, we need to go back, we got to go back. And then they finally get this note from our favorites.
Fucking Ramsay, man.
Fucking Ramsay. And it just changes his mind. It's horrible. Even Ramsay's an ass to you, even when he's not. You don't see him on camera. Is that not crazy?
To me, she took charge of the situation. Jon's like, I'm not wanting to fight anymore. But Sansa taking control of the situation, saying, we got to take our home back. We have to fight this guy. He's taking our home from us. Ramsay, is a diabolical a-hole, and they're going to go. I feel like it's going to be interesting to see what they do.
Crazy how we thought Joffrey was the biggest douche of all time.
Oh, unbelievable. He was small time compared to this guy.
Yeah, this guy's big leagues, man.
Absolutely.
I think another great sequence was the whole King's Landing sequence where you had the Tyrells kind of, hanging in there tough with the High Sparrow, and then you go to Cersei, and she's with her son, consoling her son, and now she's kind of got a hold on the little council that he's got, and now they have a plan of action to take back King's Landing from the High Sparrow from their so-called peasant hands.
Right. I think the big thing too is that she really wants to get this fight with the Mountain. They're finally kind of pushing. They didn't say it, but they're finally pushing this thing. What they want them to do is they're gonna use the Mountain to kill, be in a what's it called, Corey? A battle or
a battle. They're gonna take control, I think, against the High Sparrow. They want to get Marjorie back.
I don't think so much get Marjorie back. That's not Sansa's. That's not her.
I think it is.
You think?
I think she wants to embarrass the High Sparrow. The High Sparrow embarrassed her. So it's kind of like what she was saying to Tommen in the episode. She might not like Marjorie, but Marjorie's royalty.
That's what I'm saying. But that's why I think that he doesn't want. She doesn't want to do it for her. She's saying that so it can look good on her.
I understand that, but don't you think that she would be... Because to me, like, taking Marjorie from the High Sparrow is in fact embarrassing the High Sparrow.
I think killing him is what she wants to do most of all.
Oh,
and I think she's using Marjorie, like we've all said, as a bait to
it's pawn.
Because one, it makes her look good because she's like, well, Marjorie actually tried fighting for her.
Yeah.
So that's what I think. But you know what? It's a good point that you make.
That's interesting. I think there's an uneasy truce right now between the Lannisters and the Tyrells because they might not like each other, but they have to solve this issue in King's Landing. And Cersei, she's orchestrating this fix of the whole situation, but it's her fault that the whole situation even exists. She put the High Sparrow in power. Sure. So it's going to be interesting to see how it progresses going forward. I think it's going to be very interesting. And I agree. I think the Mountain is obviously going to be a big piece going forward because he'll be used to orchestrate whatever escapes or kills that Cersei's planning on executing.
They're not gonna have a trial of combat. They're just gonna go in there and just take business. Them, the Tyrells and the Lannisters. It's gonna be. I'm excited about that. That's gonna be awesome. Just to see those two going at it. Little jabs here and there, and now they're gonna go at it and they're gonna team up, even though it's uneasy. They're gonna try to take back from the High Sparrow.
What's really cool about that whole sequence, Kevin has some stakes in the matter. His son is a member of that group, so he's a member of the Faith Militant.
Is that
Lancel?
Okay, that's what I thought.
Lancel. So he has skin in the game too. Everybody in that room has a reason to want to go after them. So it's a truce, an uneasy truce, but.
It's going to work out to their advantage. I think, like I said, that's what they wanted. They wanted to just get rid of them. She made a mistake, clearly, and she knows that it's time to go.
It's going to be harder than what it seems, though.
Oh, absolutely. And I think the King's Landing, I think the common people are going to rally behind the Sparrows.
I see that coming too.
Right, because they're so tired of seeing them be up there, and
Cersei calls them peasants too.
Yes.
You can tell they're completely disconnected.
Well, look how Cersei, whenever she went down there, look how they treated her. If it was somebody that they liked, they wouldn't have done that to her.
Exactly.
Throwing food at her and spitting at her, and
she's never given them the time of day. So why should they?
Yeah,
absolutely.
Exactly.
The next scene I want to talk about is the Tyrion finally kind of talking and taking control. I think with as little as they say he is as a dwarf, but him taking control how he does, his words, his knowledge is just so amazing. I love him and Grey Worm got into it, huh? What'd you think about that?
It's interesting. The negotiations, you're like, man, Tyrion, he's kind of letting the slavery be reinstituted, but I think his game plan is interesting. By doing what he did, he's kind of resolving the situation.
It's just taking longer.
It's going to take a little longer.
Look, Rome wasn't built in a day, right? I mean, that's exactly what he's trying to do. He's trying to step by step.
I feel like him going about it that way could lead to like the peace in Slaver's Bay. Unfortunately, ever since Daenerys freed all the slaves, there's been tension, and I feel like Tyrion has a good master plan here. And I understand why Missandei and Grey Worm weren't exactly cool with the idea of...
Well, they've been slaves their whole lives, so they and like Tyrion had been a slave. What, like you said, how long have you been a slave?
Like 5 days.
Yeah. So I mean, she clearly doesn't know what he has. He's lived a high life, but he sees what the people see. He's a people person, and I think that's why what he's doing is great. And I'm very excited to see him take over again when Khaleesi comes back.
It's pretty cool just to see some kind of advancement with relations between them, because it's all been violence.
Right.
And now we're kind of seeing a little bit of compromise, even though no one really wants the compromise to happen, like Grey Worm and Missandei with the 7 years thing. The whole point is ending slavery completely in Slaver's Bay.
Right, exactly. And I think that's how he's coming about. Even didn't she say a quote that he said to the people there? Mm-hmm. So I mean, it was just smart.
I like that even though they didn't agree with Tyrion, they still worked with him to like get the people to calm down. And I feel like I don't feel like Tyrion. I think he knows what he's doing. He's not going into this thing lightly. He says he doesn't trust them, but I feel like he's got a master plan. And him and Varys working together. We saw how they did it in King's Landing in season 2. I feel like those two have a master plan, and it'll be interesting to see how they execute the plan.
Oh yeah,
for
definitely.
sure.
Speaking of plans, what about Littlefinger?
Oh, since I was bringing that up, yes, I hate him.
But he's so nice. He gave little kid a falcon.
But that little kid's like weird.
No,
Dude, Robin is like his bitch. It's crazy. He'll do whatever he wants. He's got him manipulated. I actually thought Littlefinger would be cool with Robin dying. I actually think Littlefinger might be down with keeping him alive.
Because if I'm not mistaken, Robin is the heir, right?
He's the Lord, but until he becomes of age, Littlefinger is technically the Lord of the Vale.
But then but that's what I'm saying. So let's say he becomes of age and he dies. So wouldn't people give it to Littlefinger?
And I've always thought, he's going to try to get him killed early on. But
you did say that. I remember you said that.
But see, it's kind of interesting. While he's got him under his thumb, he's letting little Robin do whatever.
He's playing the puppet here.
He's putting a hand on his shoulder and he's leading him in a not so good direction.
I've never liked Littlefinger, and I just hate that he knows everything. He knows everything about everything. It's crazy. He's just like, they capture. I only told you this information. How did she get? It's full of shit.
The way he manipulated that season was amazing. Because you're like, oh, he's got him. He's got him in a trap.
It's like a game of Mafia, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. You think you've got that game down, and suddenly the tables get turned on you, man. Littlefinger's always seems like 3 steps ahead of everyone. And I think we all hope he goes down at some point.
I do. I'm so tired of seeing him just like, come on, just please.
You know who I think might be his undoing though? Sansa. I feel like Sansa's on to his crap. And
you saw it in the previews.
She
has matured so much. And going back to the Jon and Sansa
I hated her. Remember that? I hated
her progression as a character. And honestly, this season, Sophie Turner has gotten to shine. It's been so fun to watch.
She's been great. I actually really enjoyed her. Even the apology that she gave to Jon was awesome.
It's amazing. Just an amazing episode. I mean, I love it. Another scene that was interesting to me, I liked the Brienne scene with Melisandre.
The tension, huh?
That was
with a knife, right? Or a sword.
Which, I was looking forward to the reunion, but I didn't think about it. These characters are connected. Davos, Melisandre. And I mean, it was cool because there are ramifications going back all the way to season 2, and it's going to be interesting to see the progressions. And Davos is already kind of questioning Melisandre what happened.
Right?
I think
she doesn't. I'm going to follow Jon.
And it's very interesting because do you think he'll figure out that she's the reason Shireen died? I think eventually Davos is going to figure out.
I'm surprised he's not more wanting to find out because that was his.
I think he used her to get what she needed to get Jon back.
Absolutely.
I think that's what it was. So now he's like, that's why he keeps questioning her. You're going to go with Jon? Why? You also said what's his name was the head king and didn't turn out. But other than that, I guess I can't wait for next week.
It's gonna be. That was an awesome episode. Honestly.
One of the best, not the best.
I loved episode 2, but this is probably my favorite of the season so far. Right. It was an awesome one to watch.
Todd, thanks for coming. I appreciate it. It was awesome having you.
Thanks, man. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Other than that, guys, we're signing off, and we'll see you later.